All right, are we live here? Let's do a little test. See this some audio. If you guys can hear me, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Coffee with Maxime. There you go. I can hear myself. Perfect. All right, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great Thursday so far. It's 6:30 in the morning here in Los Angeles. We do have some people in. We do have Judy in the waiting room who was there last week. So we're going to let her in. But again, just so you guys know, I do these, again, I announce them on the weekly newsletter that I send every single Saturday. So there's not going to be one next week. I think the next one's going to be in 2 weeks just because of my schedule. And I have some clients coming into town to record. So if you guys want to jump on those, the Zoom link and all the details are in our newsletter. So there's probably a link down below in the description where you can register for free on the newsletter. So let's let Judy in. A little cup of coffee with some oat milk this morning. Judy, how you doing?
I'm good. I have my breakfast.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. I only have about 20 minutes. I have a board meeting this morning at 9, so I just finished my workout and my shower, and I thought I'd jump on and say hi.
Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate you jumping on.
It's hard to find the link. I have to go
Uh,
back through my emails and try to find it.
yeah.
So how come it's not on the inner circle, well, or on the group calls or whatever, where it'd be easy to find?
Yeah, because this is brand new. This is brand new and it's not consistent. Like next week, I'm not going to be able to do it because we got clients coming into town and shooting. So this is just like something new that I'm trying to see if
Random.
people are liking. If I make it a part of like the consistent routine, then yeah, it'll kind of be linked everywhere. But I just put in the newsletter for now.
Yeah.
But for you, like my link for the group calls that you guys use is the same link. It's my personal Zoom link.
Well, but I have to go through the emails to find. I don't know. Do I save that
Oh no,
somewhere?
on the app, on the Fit Vegan app, like the link for my call on the Monday notes, and there's even a group chat called group call.
Oh,
It's literally the same link
oh,
that it is for
gotcha.
me on Fridays. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll make it
Yeah.
easier. So
Yeah. So how's life been? Yeah, questions, things you want to learn. It's been a
it's
pretty
better. I mean, Cass is wonderful. She's gonna come up with some different things for me to try this week. I haven't seen them yet, but um
nice.
on the menu. And actually I think I've lost 6 pounds now, so uh that's good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I feel great. I'm trying really hard not to do the overeating, and I haven't. Um, I'm eating actually, I think this is a dinner. It's made with uh,
Buckwheat.
buckwheat groats, and I just
Yeah.
use it for my breakfast now once in a while. So I get my
Nice.
vegetables.
It's a great like oatmeal replacement. Like you'd make
Mhm.
I don't know if it was you that messaged me for that, but someone else. I want to say hi to my mom. She just joined too.
Mm,
Um, uh, Someone else asked me for like a replacement for breakfast, and I said quinoa. Like some people
mhm.
will use quinoa as a replacement for breakfast, and I've heard of it's not couscous. What is it? It's it's like the big pearls. It's a grain. It's not couscous. It's not quinoa
Um,
either.
pearl
Millet?
barley, pearl
Yeah, that might
barley.
be that. Yeah, that might be that. And then if
Yeah,
you use that as like maybe with
yeah,
like some nut milk and some fruits or things like that, you can make it like sweet or savory.
right. I love oat groats, and that's I wasn't using them because all my menus said rolled oats, but then I figured I could eat my oat groats because I had buckwheat
Yeah,
groats. So my only question was if I eat oat groats for breakfast, and one of the
yeah,
menu items is this buckwheat
yeah.
meal, can I eat both of those in the same day, or is that too much grain?
No, you're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
like the diversity of food doesn't necessarily need to happen like on a daily basis throughout several meals, you'll eat a wide variety of plants, but you want to look
Right.
at it from like, a weekly in like a bi-monthly perspective. Like if you're gonna have if you're gonna again, we wouldn't do that, but let's just say that you were to eat rice for lunch and dinner, and that was your only source of complex carbs.
Hmm.
every day for a whole month, then, let's throw in other things in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
eating it twice in a day, it's fine because the rest of the week you're not necessarily going to do all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even have rice in any of my meals, so I haven't had rice now for a month, but I'm getting the idea that I can substitute. So,
Yeah, as
because I
long
have
as
a
it's the
pantry
same
full, I could
family.
feed the nation for a month, the whole nation with all the food I have in my house. I think it's
Nice.
that what are they? It's food insecurity. I think they call it that we can kind
Yeah,
of get once you are in some of these programs for a while. You just I do. I have anyway. It's like I gotta have my food. Where is it?
yeah. Oh, I'm terrible. If an apocalypse happened or something, like I got a little bit of food stored. I got dehydrated meals for camping. That's
Mm,
pretty much all I got. Um, and Ivy and I just we like to go to a grocery store every like 2, 3 days. It's not
well,
very
yeah,
efficient, but there's just like it's fun.
yeah.
It's just fun to go to a grocery store.
That's what I do. I go out to see my daughter in Ohio, and we go grocery shopping. And as a matter of fact, I have to go tomorrow for 10 days, unexpected trip to babysit their sick dog while they go on spring break. So I woke up at 3 o'clock thinking about I got to bring this, I got to bring that. I don't want to forget anything. And I listened to you and Ivy, your last podcast about
Oh yeah,
your trip, and so that's what I listened to at 3 a.m.
nice.
I was hoping it would put me back to sleep, but it didn't.
Hey, that means we did a good job. We kept you
That's
entertained the
right.
whole way through.
You did. You did. Well, excuse me
Oh,
for eating. I'll let the other people know. I'm sorry, but I don't have much time.
it's fine. Well, say hi to my mom. Hi, mom.
Hi.
Thanks for
Hello.
jumping on.
Hi,
Oh,
how
you're
are you?
welcome. I check. Hi. Hi, Judy. Yeah, check on YouTube to make sure that you were not alone today.
Thank you. See, that's a supportive mom right there.
That is.
Um,
It's what moms
and we
Yes.
do.
have and we have Anne Marie. Anne Marie, you don't have to unmute yourself or turn on your camera because I know, right? You can unmute yourself. You don't have to turn on your camera because this is live on YouTube, and I know you don't want your necessarily your camera out there. So yeah, you can
Good
say hi if you
morning.
want to.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you
Morning.
doing?
Good. How you doing? I'm retired now, so I have time for this stuff.
Oh, nice. When did you start your retirement? Was it this week?
I started it on the 14th, but I had oral surgery last week, so I don't really consider that like the first week of retirement. So I consider this the first week.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's very nice.
Yeah. What are you doing with all this extra free time?
Well, it was fun. Yesterday, we live in Jacksonville area, but we don't usually go to the beach. It's like 45 minutes away. But we
Yeah.
had friends that were here for a month from New Jersey. So we took a drive to St. Augustine Beach and they had lunch. I ate a big breakfast before I left here and they had lunch and then we went and sat on the beach. It was really nice. It was windy and it was just beautiful just sitting there. And it took us forever to get back home, but I didn't care because I didn't have to go to work today.
Nice. Yeah, just like the fact that you don't have to like be somewhere at a certain place.
I know it's crazy. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
Nice. Oh, I'm happy for you. I have two of those days per week where I have zero calls and you just get to kind of go throughout your day without having to be like, oh no, I gotta jump on this call, I gotta be on my computer, or I gotta answer this person. So that's super fun.
Yeah, it's
Um,
good.
what I know you just had oral surgery, but before that, how many sets of pull-ups were you doing? What was the max you got in a row?
The max I got once was four, but I was consistently doing three. So I would do like three and then two. So I try to do seven like a day. And then I was getting kind of tired, so Sarah and I talked about it. So I'm going to every other day now. So, but now after the oral surgery, so yesterday I did do three on my first set yesterday. It took a week before I could get back to the three. I was doing like two. But consistently I'm doing three, then two every other day.
Nice. And do
Yeah.
you
How do
mind
you
if I
get to
share
that
your
point?
age? Do you mind if I
I'm
share your age, Anne Marie?
56, yeah.
Yeah, 56. Crushing pull-ups.
How do
Yeah.
you get to that? How do you get to, of course, I have bad shoulders, but how do you,
I started last January. My goal was to start being able to do an unassisted chin up. So I started with doing it with bands where you hook the band around the bar and you put your foot in the band and you use that for resistance. And then I would just keep using a lighter band. And then Sarah also put some other exercises in my plan where I would do like negatives, where I would get myself up to the top of the bar and slowly lower down for
Yeah.
reps, sets, and that really helped. And then hanging there because you need your grip strength. So just hanging from the bar for, at the top, get to the top, stand on a bench, and then get to the top of the bar and just hang there as long as you can, and then slowly lower down. So, I mean, it's just all of these things. And then I just started working to it. I think it took me until May when I was be able to do one. And then I would consistently do like 7 chin-ups a day, no matter what band I used, just to try to get that, continuous, they call it greasing the grind or whatever. Just keep doing it, and your body just gets used to it. And then eventually I got two, and then eventually I got three. And I mean,
Wow.
it's been a whole year, a year and 3 or 4 months since I've been working at this.
How do you do a chin up with a band? I'm not catching that.
Maxim can probably like
Yeah.
show you.
So
I mean, we used to do chin ups and pull ups. I mean, is a chin up when your hands are facing away and a pull up when they're facing towards you?
No, your palms are facing towards you when you do a chin up.
Okay, the other
opposite
way around.
of what,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
So just put the band around the top of the bar and put it and just loop it through. And then it's like an elastic band, and then you just stick your foot in the bottom of the loop. And then you just
yeah,
it gives you like extra assistance.
yeah. Let me
Oh,
see if I can give you an
okay.
example here. So do you see my hand, Judy?
Yes.
Let's just say that's your bar for your pull up. And then
Okay.
you're gonna grab the bands that are circular like this.
There's no
And you're
opening at the
basically,
bottom. Yep.
yeah, just gonna loop it like this through it, and then you're gonna attach it this way, lock it in, and then you're gonna put your feet in here at the bottom where my hand is right here.
Okay.
And then it's gonna help you go up basically. So if
Sure.
you have like a really
There's a
like
machine that does that.
there is a machine also. Yeah, for
I
sure.
I don't
The
like
The
it,
machine,
but
band is much better because
sure.
it lets you use your muscles more
Sure.
than the
Sure.
machine does.
the
Exactly. Yeah.
machine removes the stabilizers. So there's no stabilizers when you're doing it, right? You can only go up and down. You can't go move forward and backward. But if you
Yeah.
have the band, you actually have to control yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like the machine. Well, I can't do it, but uh, but I don't know of any bands like that to ever
Yeah,
try. But
I can send you a link. There's Rogue Fitness sells a whole set of them, and you can get them for the different weight assistance that you need. So they come, the thicker
Yeah.
the band, the more assistance you get.
if you have a bad shoulder, though, like I have arthritis and I've had tendonitis and I have a partial tear somewhere, maybe in the bicep, we're not sure. Um, should I even try them,
I would
Maxim?
talk to Coach Cass.
Okay. Yeah.
Let Coach Cass like help you strengthen your shoulders and
Yeah.
strengthen your.
Yeah.
If that's something that you really want, like let her work with you to kind of build you up to that position. And
It
again,
would remind me
there's
of my youth.
yeah,
I mean, I was a presidential physical fitness award winner, and that was many years ago, back in
yeah,
the 50s, I suppose,
And then
60s.
another thing is the amount of weight that you're carrying on your body makes a big difference too, because
Sure.
even even a couple of pounds, you'll be like, wait a minute, I was only like 3 or 4 pounds heavier. How could so
Yeah, that would make a big difference. Yeah.
yeah. So I would say talk to Coach Cass before taking
Okay.
that on, especially with everything. Yeah.
Well, I don't know
And then
that I want to. I just was curious.
yeah,
It might be
and
something. It might be a goal.
and Anne Marie, if you want to post a band link inside the group chat, because Judy's in there as well. That
yeah,
way she'll
yeah,
just have it for the tribe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
mean in the Fit Vegan app or here?
Yeah.
Fit Vegan
No,
app.
no, in
Okay.
the Fit Vegan app, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
way other
sure.
members can like have the bands too.
Okay, yep, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
How long have you
Awesome.
been doing this with the Fit Vegan, Ann?
Oh, well, I joined for a very different reason than you joined. I've always been athletic and I've always lifted weights, and I got injured um almost 3 years ago, and health injury, and I lost. I went from like I went from like 140 pounds to like 117 pounds at the lowest, which was really, I
Mm.
looked like I looked like somebody who was malnourished and sick.
Hmm.
And so as soon as I started feeling better, coming back, I'm, still not 100%. As soon as I started feeling better, I decided I'd gone to a doctor and been put on a plant-based diet to help, with my healing. And then, about a year after that, I was working out on my own, and I had trainers before, but I really wanted a trainer that understood nutrition that I was eating along with, getting me stronger. So I
Hmm.
did a lot of research, and I found Maxim. Yeah, I saw him on an interview, and then I started researching it, and then I had my call, and it was just the right fit for me, and I really needed someone to help me get my strength back. And
Hmm.
so I joined, and that was October of
It's a while
23.
back.
So it's been a
Oh,
year,
wow.
like 5 months, 6 months now. I'm in for 2 years. I'm in until next October. But I started at like 120, 121 pounds, not feeling very strong at all. And now I'm like 124 pounds. And I haven't taken pictures in a while. I know I have to do them. They're on my list. But I definitely am like feeling like a human being again and much
Oh,
stronger. And
that's awesome.
yeah, that was pretty much
Yeah.
my goal. It was
How
it was really bad.
how tall are you?
Just shy of 5'7".
Oh, you're really
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah,
You
so
got
like I saw
big
friends, yes.
biceps too.
Yeah, I have biceps like yours. I saw my friends yesterday that I haven't seen since before I got sick, and they made a comment about like me being thin because they're used to seeing me like 135 to 140, and now I'm like 124. But
Hmm.
um,
But fit.
but yeah, fit. Like, we were carrying beach chairs from the beach, and they're like, "Oh, make Amory and Anthony carry the heavy ones." And then they said something about Anthony being the strongest, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no. Amory's the strongest." So, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
good.
it's good to be in this program for me because I used to be when I was in my late 20s, I was 178 pounds, and I lost weight, and I kept it off. I did lots of long distance training, Ironman and things like that. But
Oh, wow.
I only started doing like whole food plant-based eating in the past like two years. I always ate healthy. I only ate, fish and eggs once in a while. But so it was an easy transition for me. But
Hmm.
I just feel really lucky to have found Coach Sarah because I really just wanted somebody to like help me get back to who I was before I got sick.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Good. Have you done a podcast interview with Maxim? Is there one I can
No.
listen to somewhere? No?
Look at
Okay.
it. Look at his face. I'm not. I got a thing from Robert that I'm still sitting on. So about questionnaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've invited Anne Marie several times to come on the show. Yeah,
No, you
I'm
haven't. I haven't gotten a formal invite yet.
you want
That's
a letter?
no. I'm just kidding. Oh, that's
Get a letter
funny.
with like the wax stamp and everything. It's a
Oh
formal
my God.
invitation.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Yeah. No, it's been doing great. Yeah, and just I just want to address the pull up timeline thing, right? It just shows how like patient you have to be for some of those exercises. Right? Again, pull up and fat loss, there's no correlation in terms of timeline, but like the fact that it took like almost a year to be able to do four, like just shows how long it takes to be able to do some of those bigger movements, right? One or
Yeah.
two, and then and Anne Marie, they're not like she sent me videos. They're not like people that will hang with their arms bent and go up and not bring their chin to the bar. She's going all the way down, dead hang, bringing her chin all the way up above the bar. Like those are full
Wow.
strict pull-ups.
Yeah.
I see people like, I
Wow.
can do 5 pull-ups, and then they go like this. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, it doesn't count. That's a quarter. You need to do 4 of them to count as one.
I can do unlimited if I'm standing on a chair.
There you go. I think it's a squat at that point that you're doing. It's a supported squat.
I want to see these biceps.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Maybe on a fit vegan, maybe on a call. Maybe on
Yeah,
one of our group
she'll flex her
calls.
bicep on the call.
On a group call.
They made me do that the other day.
I know the woman was so funny. I was laughing. The other woman that was on the call.
Yeah, the group calls
Oh
are
yeah.
super
Oh, were you
fun.
on that?
I listened to the replay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she wasn't happy. Oh my gosh.
It's all genetics because
It is. It
yeah,
is.
I'm leaner on top than the bottom. It's just genetics.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, and some people it's the opposite, and some people it's more on the waist. The limbs tend to be thinner. Like I'm a thin limb, bigger waist type person if I put on weight. Like I always have like really skinny arms and skinny legs, but I'll put it around my waist for the most part. Yeah, and some people it's the opposite.
there's never been anything skinny about me. It's always just been built, stocky. And then when I gained weight, then I was just stocky fat, but you know, not skinny.
Yeah, but hey, getting you lean and strong again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Stocky
fine.
strong is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm great with that. I mean, I'm used to being, stocky, but I'm 3 pounds away from high school weight, so that's good.
That's
That's
amazing.
phenomenal.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Are any of you going to be at like NHA
I
or
am.
PCRM? You're going to be at NHA?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, well, we'll see you there. Ivy and I are excited. Like was it like
Yeah.
end of June?
Yes. Yeah. My grandson's playing baseball in Pittsburgh that weekend. And I'm like, oh, but last year I canceled out of NHA because of baseball. And I keep telling myself, he's 11 years old. He's going to have a lot of baseball. It's okay if I miss some of it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a
my
good time
plan
last
is to
year.
go to their house in close to Columbus, Ohio, and then go up to Cleveland for the NHA. So if anybody needs a roommate, I have a room.
There you go. Yeah, you know what I would say? I would say post it in the tribe chat just because a lot of members are going to go to NHA again. So you might have some other members that might want to go as well. Um, yeah, and we'll try to see. I'm trying to see if I can get like a room to record podcasts there, because Chuck did that last year. He had like a whole room, and he would just kind of like be interviewing people since all the speakers are there. So I might do something similar. And then we'll do an interview together. We'll have you back on. Well, you're already on YouTube from the last live this week and this
Oh,
week.
I
So
know. Did you listen? I listened to that part of it because I couldn't stand to listen to myself or watch. But my voice was so loud and yours was so soft. I had to turn the volume up to hear you, and I had to go like this when I was talking. I think
yeah.
I talk too loud, and maybe it's because I wear hearing aids. I do have, hearing loss. So
Where's my
I'm wondering if
sound?
I talk too loud.
No, not really. My sound, like I have headphones in. I'm about halfway through the sound, which is typically where I listen to things. To be fair, like when I interview people that are not necessarily used to being on camera, and there's that excitement, the volume will typically go
Go up.
up. I've done enough podcasts at this point to kind of monitor my voice as I'm
Yeah. Well,
talking.
I
Yeah,
need to practice that because I think I was talking like this.
it's okay. You're excited. I love it.
And now I have to go. Unfortunately, I love coffee with Maxim, and but I have a board meeting. I should have said no, but that's okay. I'm on a board. I have to go to a meeting for.
That's all good.
So,
I appreciate you jumping on. And the next one's gonna happen in 2 weeks, just because
okay.
next week we have actually you guys know Gary and Linda from the program.
Yes.
They're
Okay.
coming to LA next weekend, next Thursday actually, and then we're gonna shoot with a Fit Vegan Success Story podcast episode, workout videos, and cooking videos for the whole weekend. Because since both of them are going to be here, so it's basically from Thursday onwards, I'm all blocked off. So in 2 weeks from now, there's going to be another
Yes.
one.
Yeah. And then tomorrow you've got two things or just one?
I just have one to group call, basically with members with
Okay,
the Fit Vegan Tribe.
that's where we'll do biceps tomorrow. I think I'm good tomorrow. I can be on that call.
Well, I'll be driving to Ohio, but I'm planning on safely driving with it on if it works. But
Well, you can
what
put in the
time is it?
background. 2 p.m. PST.
So that's 1
5.
o'clock.
Oh,
What'd you say, 2?
2 p.m. PST at 2 p.m. LA time.
Oh, LA time. So yeah, that's 4 o'clock. So
Yeah.
it's my time, but I might be in Eastern time by then. So it'll be 3 o'clock.
That's 5.
5. Yeah.
Well, I'm confused.
New York
So if
time
you're
is
in Eastern
5.
time, it's gonna be 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're saying your time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, I'll try to figure that out because I have it on my calendar for tomorrow that
If not, you can watch the replay to see
I have
Anne-Marie's
I have you
bicep.
down for 2 Zooms. So I had you down for a 6 o'clock one. I need to get
Maxim,
rid of that.
you're cracking me up this morning. So funny.
That's gonna be the peak entertainment tomorrow. It's
No,
gonna
it's
be
not.
Anne-Marie's
It really won't be.
her
Really.
bicep peak. There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I won't show you today then. Okay.
Awesome.
Good to
Well, I'll
talk
see
to
you on the
y'all.
group call tomorrow.
I'm gonna be late, so I better get going.
All right.
Awesome.
See you,
Bye,
Judy.
Judy.
Okay. Bye, Judy.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, Anne-Marie, Mom, you guys have any questions? I guess pretty
Well,
much it. Then I'm going to the gym. I'm doing a leg workout after this.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to say to Anne-Marie to get out of your comfort zone, like I do every time I step on a call or a podcast or a YouTube video. Go and see Maxim and do the podcast on the YouTube. You're
Oh my
gonna
God, you're so
enjoy it
nice.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
It
your
took a while to
English
convince
too.
my
You
mom.
don't have to, yeah, you don't have to think about what you're going to say from French to English. You're already English.
I know. Well, I am like French Canadian is my background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my last name is Dubé, Dube.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
yeah,
one of my cousins, my husband's cousin is Dubai too.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, true.
yeah,
Joy.
Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, Maxim,
We
you're
can be
doing
in
a
the
great job
family.
on your basketball. It's very interesting to watch you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I'm doing publicly on this YouTube because I don't want to say it publicly yet, but I can
Right.
say it on the group call tomorrow with members. But I've been training for something. And then I hired a basketball coach. Next week I hired another coach to do like a 4 hour like skill and training session. And Ivy and I are gonna film it and just get some footage of me training. But yeah, just there's an event in July that I'm training for and just having a ton of fun with it.
Are you going to plan a Fit Vegan get together this year?
Well, you know what? When I was on the cruise with Cyrus and Robert, we talked about that because we played a game. Like me, Cyrus, and Robert were on a team and we played against other people. But I think like a Fit Vegan basketball game would be so
Oh my
fun.
God. I just meant getting
Um,
together and training together, not playing basketball, but yeah.
yeah, we will. So we will do a workshop for
Yeah.
members in person, probably like end of August, early September.
Hmm.
We're still fun because basically we're going to do a company-wide retreat for all of our Fit Vegan employees. Um, I've always wanted to work for a company that did that, and I never ended up doing it. And now that I have my own company, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. So we're probably like a company-wide like fun retreat with all of our employees, and on the back end of it, attach a workshop with
Hmm.
you guys, just because I'll already have flown in all the coaches, and they're all going to be in one spot. So it
Hmm.
just makes more sense. So yeah, probably like end of August, early September, but
Hmm.
I'll try to lock that in the next like month or so to kind of give everyone enough heads up for it. And I'll have a better idea for my green card situation. In the next 45 days, I should pretty much have an answer. Because I just have my final interview to do, and then the government will be like, yay or nay, you get it or not. Um, but yeah, so we'll definitely have a workshop in person with members. Um, and then, but still trying to see like if I can do a vegan basketball game. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I played when I was a child.
There you go. So you can be a point guard. That's fine.
Yeah, right. We're
You
talking
can be our
high school.
center, Anne Marie.
We're talking about high school. It's a long time ago. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that was the last time no, not true. College was the last time I played. So I was like, well, I stopped playing for a decade before I got back into it. But it is interesting because I've been vegan for a decade now, and I'm more athletic, stronger, faster, better than I was when I was training every day, but I was a meat eater. So the fact that my body is like in better shape now after being 10 years of being vegan says a lot about eating whole food plant-based.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to talk to you guys this morning. It was not on my schedule to jump on, but it was there. So I didn't want to leave Judy hanging. She was all by herself again.
All good. I appreciate you jumping on, and Mom, I appreciate you jumping on. You guys have a good day, and then I'll see you on the group call tomorrow with the members.
All right. See
Yeah.
you Friday. All right.
Nice
Bye.
talking to you.
Uh,
Bye.
All right, everyone that's watching live or watching the replay here, I will be on in 2 weeks. And again, the schedule will be posted in the newsletter. So down below, there's a link for you to sign up for free. Again, I give a ton of recipes. I share all the new content that went out for the previous week. I share some tips, actionable tips for mindset, fitness, and nutrition. And there's always a lesson for the week in there. And all of this is to best serve you in your transformation so that you can ultimately become a fit vegan as well. All right. So sign up for the newsletter down below, and I will see you in 2 weeks on the next.